Sorry, switch all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Student vote.
Aye.
Reports. Mr. Valdez.
My report, Rosamond High School's attendance, the student average is at 94.82% with 769 students enrolled. And for the ASB clubs, boosters, and organizations, all students are underway in meeting for their groups. First Flex Day is around the corner for class advisors and Harris Jones for seniors. ASB Secretary in Athletics has met with all coaches and clubs to go over protocol for proper ASB paperwork. A lot of parties involved here. Natalie Baltazar and Juliana Cortez just finished selling their lambs after an amazing showing and winning at the AV Fair, especially Mrs. Baltazar. The selling prices went above $5 per pound. Thank you, Andrea Jones. Boys soccer had taco night from 5 to 7 today. Cross country is having their Run for Funds fundraiser on September 5th. You are all welcome to come. Powder Puff is scheduled for October 1st. And Homecoming is scheduled for October 2nd with the theme of Nightmare Before Homecoming.
I like Board member communication. Mrs.
Hi. Thank you for coming. And I know summer's over, but it kind of doesn't feel like it. But when you're back in school, it's over. It looks like everything's going really well. Thank you very much. And next.
Mr. Rhodes.
Piggyback on Ms. Kirk, congratulations to the people that did well at the fair. We're back at it, we're hitting it. When we made our tour, we got to see a lot of neat stuff and a lot of new stuff, and so that was pretty neat. And we're going to eat, so I won't say much because I'm hungry. I can't wait. Thank you.
Mr. Gutierrez.
Hi everybody in the back row. It's just nice to get going again. Everything's been kind of rush, and now we're kind of going along. So let's go along.
Thank you all for coming out tonight, and Mr. Reeves.
Welcome to all who brought their dates. Mr. Roney. Wait, you know how to impress the lady. Yeah, it's been busy. Glad everyone's rolling with the punches, and heard a lot of good things, so keep it up.
Congratulations to the volleyball team. They
Yes.
won all 3 matches a day. Whoops, it's volleyball.
Somebody else won. Oh, the tennis team won too, yes. Let's not forget tennis. And we'll talk about football this week. But the JV announcer was amazing. RTA report.
No?
Nobody? Wow. CSEA report. Comments for the public? No comments. Communications, Mr. Weinstein.
We are running full steam. Enrollment's up. We have a number of portable buildings being ordered, delivered, and set for our additional students, which is a good problem to have, but my administration and teachers don't see it as good as I see it. But we're working on class sizes, we're working on all that. We're also working on the new PE schedules for the elementary schools, trying to make sure that we kind of work all that out so it's the best of both worlds for both the students as well as staff, and our principals as well as administrators and teachers are all doing a great job of, like you said, rolling with the punches and as we get this year going. And it's we started out on the run and we're still running, so it's pretty good. And I'm going to turn over my superintendent's report to starting with my principals. So why don't we go ahead and start with the high school.
Is this a good spot?
Yep.
Okay, great.
No.
Don't go over there.
Let's try back to there.
Over here.
Just stand outside the door. No,
That'll work. We're going to jump down to the CTD updates. We're increasing our apprenticeship needs by talking to a couple more businesses. We've developed those relationships and they're going good. In respect to training for our future leaders, we're working on those issues with respect to their activities, so much to call it. The businesses are giving us the information that they want in order to jump on that. We've already been told by one department that their HR has no problem. They'll meet with their people and they'll desire to hire them right out of high school. So that's more information to come, and I'll let Bob Jones do that on another day. And also in response to that, we're reviewing our CPR, first aid, and AED certificates as we know that's going on with our staff. We're also looking at options for including that into some medical classes, possible fundraisers for those medical classes. A lot of people pay a lot of money for that, so it would look good for our district offering that a better service since we have ways to help. Early college, college started last week. We're currently in review with that, seeing how it goes. We have math classes in the morning. We have dev studies in the afternoon. We're increasing our student college center, trying to make it a little more fun for the kids to relax, hang out there, they're able to print, do some things. We have students in ABC, TAP, Saragossa. In addition, ROTC is reviewing their paperwork and courses, and this is largely thanks to Major Tanksley. All these classes are now, it looks like it's going to be available under his program of ROTC classes, not only for the students currently taken, but also retroactively with all the students that he's ever taught. Students just need to fill out their information for Adams State University in Colorado, pay their $60 fee, and then they get the college credits for those courses that they've taken directly because of the relationships they developed over the summertime. Right on the bottom of that page, AB 86 results. This is a grant that we've been working on. We had an initial $300,000 that we were working with Lancaster Adult Education and also Antelope Valley College. That award grant that was initiatory exploratory really, it penned out. Now we're going to be able to split $1.5 million over the next couple of years, and that's just with 2 other partners. So there's 3 of us, and that's for adult education, curriculum, training, professional development in those areas. So it'll help fund what we've already increased already, thanks to the decision of the board, the superintendent of the district, allowing us to grow in that area. This is allowing us to have some more funding with respect to that. So we're happy about that money again for the school. Communication outreach. Good.
You have the cheerleaders at the game.
Cheerleaders.
Mike's gonna do.
That's right. There you go. We're going to have Oscar, our very good. Let's go. Show that off, everybody. Crowd, see it also. Yes, Rosamond High School, according to U.S. News and World Report, we're now on the list for best high schools in America. So it's a wonderful benefit. It has a lot to do with not only testing, but also what we've been doing in the past as well. So they're to make a note of that. We got the bronze award. Quite frankly, we don't want the gold award. We're okay with the silver in the future and stuff, but going for the gold means you're throwing away what we're doing with the dual enrollment, and we would be going back to the old system of the APs. And AP is doing their best to maintain to still be looked at good, but the whole country is going dual enrollment. So in essence, it has a correlation of both what we're doing in AP and our success ratios, in addition to our dual enrollment. So that's why we're going to do it. Also, the problem that comes with this now is we just got finished meeting with Dylan Padilla, our former student and well-known in the area, and he's going to be doing our painting. ASD approved it. With communications, we're going to be going through a lot of proofs with the district office to make sure it looks good. So now we're just going to have to add another mural. So sorry. There we go. Any questions? All right, Ms. Wilson, take that. Time. Yeah, as fast as I could.
You did good.
Sorry.
You kind of did.
Can I ask you to pass these out?
Thank you.
Hey, good evening. So student enrollment, you'll see your packet, the attachment on the packet actually shows that our current enrollment is 903. It's the most students we've ever had at West Park, according to the history books. And you'll see a breakdown of all the classes and the number that the teachers have. We had to add an additional kindergarten class. We also had to add an additional, what started out as a 4-5 combo. And we were able to redistribute those students so that we could have a straight 4. So now we have an extra 4th grade. It's a little heavy in 5th grade, but not so much that they're uncomfortable. Start of School was really a great success. When we had, it was a team effort between the teachers, obviously the students and the parents, getting the kids to school. We have a very early start at West Park, so there's a lot of action going on our campus first thing in the morning, lots of action. From the front of the school to the back of the school. Traffic everywhere. We do have a police officer that frequently comes to the school just to monitor what's going on, keep kids safe. Our first fire drill was a very big success. Mr. Meza and I reconfigured the exit of teachers from their classrooms, and we kind of took the teachers on a field trip when we had our back to school day with teachers. And they walked as if they were going from their classrooms to the field. So it made it a little easier for them to egress out of the school and onto the playground area. Moving forward, my hope is to, aside from just fine-tuning fire drills, but any kind of lockdown drill, we want to fine-tune that, and also start with a disaster preparedness shed. We just recently received a container on our grounds, and that's the plan for that particular container. West Park PTO, their first meeting was on August 19th, and it was very well attended. I did not go there because I came here. So can't be in 2 places at one time, and I haven't figured that out. Family movie night will be this Friday the 11th at 6 p.m. in our cafeteria. It provides a free movie to the neighborhood and the students and families. They do sell snacks to the families as well. They're also assisting our ASB. Mr. Meza coordinated a Popcornopolis fundraiser. Last year we made a lot of money with that fundraiser.
It's 4,000 and we got to keep 12,000 of it.
So it was a huge success. So we're hoping to sell a lot more popcorn this year. If anyone's interested, you can come to our office and purchase some. The kickoff was Monday, August 31st, and it ends the end of September, I believe, right? Okay. Back to school night was extremely well attended. Mr. Meza and myself went to every classroom on campus, and there was a huge crowd. Everyone was very excited to be back into the classrooms. Lots of kids on campus with their parents. It's definitely a family school. When we have things going on campus at night, people bring their little people. And we're happy to see them on campus, and very active parents in the community. For positive behavior, I know that's one of the big thrusts behind what the board wants to see, positive behavior support. We do a golden ticket, which is entered daily. When students are on campus and they're exhibiting good behavior, any kind of positive behavior, we have everyone on campus that is an adult recognizing kids throughout campus. It could be from a custodian to a campus safety officer, teachers, anyone in the office, librarian, you name it. If they're on campus and they're serving our kids, they recognize positive behavior by handing a golden ticket to the students and writing down why they received the golden ticket. So every morning after we do the pledge, we pull a golden ticket, and the person who got their golden ticket pulled today will come in tomorrow and pull another golden ticket and recognize that student. So it's kind of like a pay it forward campaign for good behavior. And every day I call the parents of the student whose golden ticket was pulled and tell them the good things that their child is doing on campus. Anyone who's being good and doing good on campus is going to be recognized. So next, we've had 4 classes. According to this report, we had 4 classes with 10 straight days of perfect attendance. But since I wrote this up, we actually have 10 classes with perfect attendance now. So all those classes are recognized every day in announcements, and every student receives a prize from that class for perfect attendance, and makes my light shine. It's great that kids are motivated to come to school, and that parents are indeed motivated to bring their kids to school every day. So anything we can do to make that happen and mitigate the problem with truancy, we're going to try to do our best to make that happen. We're going to be taking nominations for school site council next week, and by the end of September we should have a school site council together. So we're hoping for good things there. A new thing that you'll see on campus, I know you're all aware that we have a physical education teacher. She's really a mover and a shaker on our campus, and every morning if you were to drive by our school, You will see at least 200 kids out every single morning from 7:30 until 8:30. Very active and involved. They move around from station to station. She's got a great spirit and great energy on the campus, and the teachers are very, very pleased with the program so far. We're still tweaking the PE program as was mentioned earlier, but everybody seems to be very happy with that addition to our campus, and the kids especially. That kind of captures a lot of kids that may be coming in late every day. They don't miss instructional time as a result of us having the hop sports time in the morning. So they come to school, and hopefully that's a motivator for them to not be late for school. If they're going to be doing some fun activities, they'll come to school hopefully and still not miss instruction. So everything else is good. Are there any questions? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, back to school night was a success. Students and parents were able to meet their teachers. We filled the gym up. There seemed to be quite a few, more than I'd seen at many of the back to school nights I've run before. So that was very encouraging. Parents were able to sign up for the parent portal and request tutoring through our Avid tutors. So they appreciated that. And so we're moving forward. It was October before any of our parents heard about the parent portal last year, so we're way ahead of the game, and that was good. Cross country started practicing, and their first meet's tomorrow at Loma Vista Park, 3 p.m. Volleyball will be starting soon, and I believe cheer starting today with their tryouts. Camp Keep is full steam ahead. We got an early date this year, October 26th to the 29th, so they are frantically trying to raise funds and get kids signed up. So we have 3 fundraisers coming up. One at Panera Bread on September 9th. We have a spaghetti dinner at Tropical Middle School on September 23rd. And we have a Guido's fundraiser on October 6th. We're just trying to lower the cost for these kids. The after-school program is running very smoothly. Thanks to Christy Moore and her staff. They do a wonderful job. We have 90 students enrolled, and we had to occupy another classroom, and it continues to grow. Thanks to the help of food services, we started our grab-and-go breakfast each morning, and we hope to see that succeed. We're moving towards Avid school-wide. We just pushed out our binders today with our staff, our Avid binders, so by hopefully October or the end of September, all of our students will have an Avid binder, helping them become more organized. So I'd like to compliment just the entire staff, the teachers, custodians, food service, office staff, our tutors, our librarian, our campus safety. It was just a really smooth start to the year, and I don't know if I left anybody out, but everybody was very professional in all that they did. It was a really good start. I was impressed. We had our surprise Williams visit, and it was, I think, as good as it could. We had a few facilities findings. I had yet to have a visit that didn't have a facilities finding. We had no materials findings, and you can ask Mr. Gonzalez and Sandy. They just had really good things to say about everything that was going on. Our campus, our facilities, the laptops, our teachers, their rooms. They liked what they saw, and that was good to hear. Our first Fearless Student Award went to Sean Knight. Sean's an 8th grader at Tropical. Despite being new, brand new to us, he decided to, during the second week, to run for ASB president. He got up there, he gave a great speech in front of the entire school. Actually gave 2 of them. He'll serve as our 8th grade boys representative this year, and he was our first Fearless student, so that's with his Fearless t-shirt this week. As you can see there, our ASB elections were held. Brian Shaw is our 6th grade boys rep, Lily Martell is our 6th grade girls, Emily Perlow is our 7th grade girls rep, Sean Knight is our 8th grade boys representative, and Gwen LaBelle is our 8th grade girls rep. Our reporter is Ivy Martell, our treasurer is Elizabeth Goodwin, our recorder is Gwen Playtez, our vice president is Dylan Meyer, and our president is Isaac Gomez. And maybe that kid should get a Fearless thing too, because nobody saw that one coming. Isaac's a very funny kid. Isaac wanders the campus from class to class with a lit roller. You'll find him just rolling his pants and his shirt, and he's very well kept. And no one saw ASB president coming, but was glad he ran. Our August attendance average is 93% and our enrollment is 696. Those numbers are off because we still have a large number of kids, upwards around 30 or 40 that aren't at school, but they're still on our books. So that's kind of skewing our numbers. So, any questions? All right, thanks.
Evening. Rosamond Elementary, our present enrollment is at 829. We continue to enroll new students on several grade levels. As of this evening when I left, we have 2 more students starting tomorrow, which would push us up to 831. 1 in 2nd grade, 1 in 4th, and we have another one starting in preschool on Friday, which will take us to 832. We held our first Student of the Month Assembly this past Monday on the 31st. We're always proud to recognize our students who excel not only academically, but with their citizenship. That's been in our push for the last couple of years, and the kids are really rising to the occasion. All of our students were given a certificate, a pencil, bumper sticker, and a donut, which they enjoyed with me on Monday morning. Our blue slips, we're giving those out a lot more liberally. All the staff members, similar to what other schools are doing, custodians have a stack, cafeteria workers have a stack. We're looking to catch all the kids that are doing really a great job for us. And the kids are rising to the occasion. Prime example, today we had a little girl who dropped her entire tray, and another little boy just stopped what he was doing, putting ketchup on his hot dog, and then went over and helped her clean everything up. And that's the kind of spirit that we want to continue to recognize, and he was more embarrassed by getting the blue slip than helping her. Because he was like, it's no big deal. But to us, we wanted the other kids to see that we value that type of friendship, that kind of respect to the young lady. Attendance continues to be our goal for this year. I believe our attendance average is between 93 and 94%. We're going to continue to work on that to improve that by the end of the year, because we started this late last spring. We got the momentum going, and we want to continue to keep it going this year. Our PTA is brand new, yet again. Elections were held. We have a new executive board. They're hard at work. The second handout I gave to you is our PTA schedule for this month. We have a dance scheduled. We have a number of other events scheduled. At the bottom of the actual calendar section is events that we're planning for next month. So as we get more information, of course, we'll forward them, and you're more than welcome to come out to our first back-to-school dance. We're planning to have our DJ back this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. The teachers and the students are enjoying their time in the computer lab, but more importantly, they wanted me to extend their gratitude to the board. As you know, they got all new laptops that are the 2-in-1s with the tablets. They got the Mimios that make their whiteboards now completely interactive, and they have new projectors. So they're very appreciative. There's a number of things that they're doing with that. They're doing Go Noodle, which is an extension of their PE program. They're using the interactive whiteboard to work with some of the kids on math, and they get to manipulate what's up on the board. And the kids, anytime you give them anything that looks like a video game, they're invested, they're excited, and they just go for it. And they've really just embraced the whole fearless theme that we have for this year. I'm seeing teachers that before would look at my smartphone and go, that's way too advanced for me, actually getting out there and trying it. And that's what we said, you gotta just try it. They go, what if I break it? And I say, Dan told me it's under warranty for 2 years, go for it. So they're having a blast with it, and they're just playing with it, and they're having a great time with it as well. Our students are very grateful. We have a new addition to our staff that we share with Tropical and with Westport, Mrs. Jansen, who's our school counselor. She's come out, she's met our kids. We have her on Tuesdays, and the kids just love walking up, talking to her. And she's doing a great job. She's filling a void that we had for a number of years, and kids having a blast with her. Also, our new representative or consultant for this year is Mrs. Johnson from UC Davis, as we continue our partnership in the Farm to Fork program. Last year we planted squash. We harvested some of it during the summer, and right now we have a couple of squashes that in maybe the next 2 weeks we're going to be able to harvest, and they're about the size of a large watermelon. So we haven't had a chance to talk to Andrea yet, but we're really looking forward to maybe chopping them up and letting us introduce them to the kids, because they're excited to see what it tastes like. So we're going to work with that with food services. But Mrs. Johnson came down. She brought us some seeds for our fall planting, so we're going to put those in our vegetable boxes. The kids are all excited about that. And she's also going to send a representative down to us to talk about the different 4-H opportunities that were available to elementary schools. She's talking about quilting, canning. She says, as you grow more vegetables, we can start preserving them. So now the kids are excited that they're actually gonna go from a seed all the way something that they can actually give their grandma at Christmas time. So they're really excited and looking forward to it. You know, Mrs. Johnson's just a bundle of energy, so we're gonna have our hands full this fall. We were visited by the Williams team today, and we were very proud that the report they gave us said that we had no insufficiencies in instructional materials and no insufficiencies in our facilities. So we're very proud to report that to the board. And that's what's happening at RES so far this month. And we're looking forward to just take off from here for the rest of the year. And now we're going to turn it over to Mrs. Taylor.
Good evening. I'm so proud to be representing Ascend today, so that's our new name. We're very excited about that. Our enrollment is 18 and our attendance is 90%. Before school started this year, we had a meet and greet with our parents, which is really important, the demographic of students that we work with. They were able to meet me. Cheryl Taylor was there. We went over our positive behavior intervention and support plan. That's our school-wide behavior plan for our students. It's very intricate on the campus, and so we wanted to make sure that the parents were aware and understood our expectations before they came. And so it went really well, and it was a voluntary night, but all of my teachers showed up and several of my paraeducators, so I thought that was wonderful and was proud in that moment to be in charge of that situation. On August 26th, we had our first open house. We had 100% participation in both our elementary and middle school classrooms. The parents are so excited and the students are so energetic to come to school. Our students, our teachers went over our academic expectations. They had work samples for the parents. They explained how the BBIS worked in their classroom and then how that went school-wide. And the parents are happy with the academics that are going on this year. So although our focus is behavior, we need to focus on that. Academics is equally as important on our campus. On August 31st, we had our first monthly awards. And at that, we did Student of the Month, we did Attendance, we did Character of the Month, which was Respect, and we also honored some of our students who did well on IXL Math. But most important at that, we also honored our first student with our Fearless campaign for our students. On my campus, it's going to be Fearless for a Positive Change. And so any student that has made a positive change from when they got to us to now is what we want to honor. And so our student parent was extremely excited and in tears. He received that award. So we're very excited that he got his shirt, thank you, Mr. Weinstein, and he was very excited. In fact, he ran in the bathroom and put it right on. So I was like, all right. So it was a very proud thing. And so, and we had about an 80% turnout with our parents on that. It was at 9:40 in the morning, so I was very happy with that. So our facilities are fantastic. I want to thank the board and the district office, especially Pete, for saying yes to a lot of things that you probably didn't want to say yes to. So the kids just love it. And I think the overall impact has really been the grass. The students have really enjoyed that. I want to thank Mr. Holmes and Mr. Roney for allowing us to use the bigger field during the day. So although you see that small area, we do open up the gates and the students can play on the bigger area as well. So thank you, gentlemen, for being supportive in that. So overall this year we're just going to focus on obviously our academics, making sure that we're on par where we need to be, continuing to build these students up, and making some transitions between the comprehensive campus and our campus. And but when you start a new program like this, I've learned quite fast that you can't do it alone. And so there's a couple of people I want to thank publicly for their outstanding help. Dawn is not here, but transportation has been phenomenal, and that's like a daily thing. All of our students are transported individually, and so she's just really stepped up and been so accommodating and so amazing. Patty at the high school spent over 2 hours helping Cheryl and I input students into their academic programs, so thank you for lending her to us. Nat Adams, thank you for extending your teacher resource room to us, and then also helping me in little ways, making sure I'm doing some stuff right. Harold has gently been telling me things like, no, Katie, just come here. And so I really appreciate that mentoring. And I needed tables one day, and he went and he brought them over himself. He's like, here's your tables. So I really appreciate that. The RES PTA, thank you. They have made sure that I have gotten all of the information and that my students are included, and I really appreciate that. Andrea from food service. I went to Andrea at the beginning of the school year and I said, I know you're busy, but I really want 3 different lunch times. And so she really worked hard on that, and it took a while, and she did it. I'm so grateful, and she's come out and made sure that it's running smoothly for me, so thank you so much for that. Anne at Rosamond Elementary has helped me make sure that my students are inputted correctly and with attendance. Leanne Hargis, making sure our curriculum's what it needs to be, and we're getting there, and I really appreciate it. Again, Pete, for saying yes. And he's going to start saying no. He said the secret's out. Letitia Watts helped me quite a bit making sure the Rosamond, that the truck movements were entered right. And then Kathy for extending your library to my staff. So I really appreciate all of your help, and it just makes me so proud to be part of, you know, SKUSD and a wonderful, wonderful team. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you saved the best for last.
Yeah, the food.
So, enrollment, it's actually up from last year at this time. We're at 54 at Rare Earth. I think we're in the 40s last year, 79 at Abraham Lincoln. We're going to be getting some more. It keeps growing, it's excellent. We've talked a lot about WASC. It's probably a broken record at this point, but it's really cool this year. We're ordering our WASC flags. We can do like the high school and our little WASC embosser that we can put on the transcripts. So it's a big deal. As Mr. Weinstein has said, you know, a lot of alternative schools don't have accreditation, so it's a big deal that we have it. And so these students can go somewhere else and have opportunities. I mean, there are jobs that you can't get if you don't have accreditation, so, or even a lot of opportunities there. So we're happy about that. And we're going to continue with that process because in 3 years we'll have to do a self-study, which will be even more work. So we are continuing with the programs that we have implemented, capstone projects. One thing that we're going to start doing is actually having students do, use technology to do presentations. So this is a little bit more on the fearless side. Actually, because they have to do projects at the end of their work, and so we're actually going to have them do some projects where they do like a PowerPoint or some other presentation, and so they get those opportunities in doing that and actually publicly speaking. So that's always a big deal for me when I was a teacher. I always want the kids to speak publicly. We're continuing to implement our advisory period. That's where we evaluate student progress. And we'll be implementing a 10-year plan, which is in collaboration with RHS and their success class. We're going to start having a counselor come from the high school once a week during that period, during our advisory period. So that will be great. There's a few other things that we're doing that are cool this year. We have Mr. Schrader coming from the high school after school to work with some of our students in math, and he's great. He at all levels, the kids that are low, the kids that are high. We have actually one student that he had previously that was in his trigonometry class, and he's just finishing up doing the trigonometry class. So he said he's one of his best students. So we also have school culture has improved dramatically. That was last year. We have a lot of continued opportunities at Rosamond High School, some of which are we have 3 students that are playing football that moved to the independent study or are able to play football, so that was excellent. We have 4 students that are participating in ROTC, so they go out during our 4th period and participate in ROTC, and we have 1 student that's actually participating in band in the morning. So excellent stuff. And these opportunities, we believe, will help improve student achievement. Just gives them something to look forward to. Also, Friday, we'll be holding our first Student of the Month. And send an invite, so if you can come, great. So 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Friday. There'll be food and all kinds of, no, I'm just kidding. But just come. I got excited. There'll be food there, Mike, so much show up. So it will, pretty short. It's nice though. It's actually, the students, it's really motivating. You think that these high school kids all of a sudden wouldn't really care, but they get kind of excited about it. And so, and we'll get one of the Fearless shirts. We just got those. Some kids were asking about it. I mean, even the high school kids, I think some of them really like the shirts. So we're excited. Back to school night. Last year, we had a really poor attendance. So this year, I got the list of all the numbers, and I just called every parent ever at Earth to invite them personally. So we got more to come. It wasn't a ton, but it was quite a bit more than last year. And one mother actually said to me, she was like, "That was really nice to actually have you personally call me." So I just want to have more. You want more parent involvement as much as you can. So we were glad to get more parents to come. And last thing, teachers are excellent. They're remarkable at Rare Earth and Abraham Lincoln. It's been great. The staff there is wonderful. And I think that we kind of see that by the student showcase, just the involvement there with the staff and the students that participate in the showcase. Grateful to be there, grateful for the teachers, and that's it.
Thank you. So, just a couple of quick notes, things in the presentation reminded me of. So, on the award for one of the best high schools in the country, there is close to 40,000 high schools in the United States, and 29,000 are picked to be evaluated out of 40,000. A lot of them don't. Some of them are not accredited. Some of them are size-wise, they just don't meet the criteria, or they don't have the same criteria of academics. And so when there's 29,040 high schools in the United States that met the criteria to be evaluated. And so in the local area here, all of Antelope Valley, going through Mojave to Tehachapi, we're the only school that was nationally ranked. So I think that that's something that's really special, that all in this area, all the way down to Santa Clarita, that we're the only school that was nationally ranked. The closest school that was nationally ranked along with us was in Bakersfield, Kern High School. So that's something that we can be really, really proud of. The other thing is, as many of you know, we have a relationship with an outside vendor called Sodexo, and they provide us our product, make our menus, and partner with us in providing quality food and quality meals, as well as food that tastes good so the kids will come back and eat for our kids. And they were one of the key reasons we were able to go into the free meal program for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we were very excited partnering with them. They have a new program out, and Andrea, Rosie, and Ben are here to present the new program on food. Yeah.
Good evening, board members, superintendent, assistant superintendent, CEO, and guests. We are here to present our new menu. We call it Think California from Sodexo, which actually gives the students the freedom to choose to eat well. I'm Andrea Andrews, food service director.
And I'm Ben Montgomery, I'm your guys' Sodexo consultant for the district.
Rose Robles, food service supervisor.
So basically, what is Think California? I'm sure that's the question most of you have, considering it's on the front of the menu. So Think California, it's a commitment to help students make nutritionally sound choices. And they're basically doing it with these icons at the bottom, and we'll go into more detail on that in a minute. But this is done by placing emphasis on the specific icons, which empowers the students to make informed decisions about what they're actually eating.
Think California is a commitment that's made from scratch preparations to use clean, simple, quality ingredients from local sources.
So the first icon we'll go over is fresh, and this clean icon, or the clean icon, symbolizes. Oh, we switched around. So it's the fresh one. So the fresh one is food options that are made from scratch, and
the actual fresh item you guys are eating is the Greek salad, which is the one with the olives on top.
Sorry.
And then we have our local icon, which symbolizes food that is utilized from locally grown produce ingredients, and that is actually your hummus avocado wrap, which you guys have a little thing of there. And then our clean option is the food options with the short ingredients, and that would be your protein pack, which is located inside of the plastic container there. So enjoy, let us know what you do. Thank you.
President Webb, we had a question. Our high school student says, why don't we have this? And I said, I'm sure they do.
That's a fantastic question. And you will have this. We rolled this out with the elementaries first because they have the smallest inventory. All the items are changing. They're better quality items. For example, all of the deli meats have no nitrates. The hot dogs have no more nitrates. All your beef's 100% beef. We stopped using extremely processed commodity cheese and switched to commodity cheddar cheese. You may have noticed that I did implement that there. But once we burn through all of your guys' product that you already have on hand, we will start doing that. I've already started making all the recipes. I've already started prepping all the staff on how to do everything we have. And we're going to move forward with that, hopefully in the next half month, 2 weeks.
The high school does have the specialty burgers new this year.
That was something that we started at the high school as a new promotion, and we're going to try to do it every single month. So you will notice that in some of your grill lines.
I can see this as a win-win situation for the high school, especially in sports, because, or any activity that you're moving around in, in certain activities or certain sports, you start, carving up and you do different things, you eat better, and this is a great way of doing it. We know now with some of, you see every day with these professional athletes, one thing they talk about is changing their diet. Especially some of these athletes that get older and they still keep playing because they're able to, diet becomes such a big thing in their lives, and I think that's obviously good for everybody and anybody. So we started here like we're doing, and it rose up. It's amazing. But this is very good. Thank you.
The food service director prepared it.
We can do this in every board meeting.
Dan put on the apron today.
They got a picture of it.
And I just want to let you guys know as well that Sodexo is absorbing all the costs, so this will not affect your fixed price or affect anything financially. It's the re-imaging everything, and it's completely going in a different direction. So we'll have more presentations in the future, and we'll go into more detail, but this was actually just rolled out. They've been planning it for 6 months, and it was just rolled out about a week before we started school. So we put all this together before that, because most of our districts don't start until the end of August, beginning of September.
Mr. Van Buskirk smiled when you said you.
I do. I smile a lot.
So that just means this handicap, you can get something.
No.
Sorry, Kate.
The grab-and-go breakfast, what is that exactly? I know it doesn't have.
The grab-and-go breakfast?
Yeah.
We went live with that August 31st, and basically what that is a quick option for students who get to school a little bit earlier, who don't have time to stand in line, who don't want to go to the cafeteria, they have the option to get a meal as soon as they hit the gate. Grab and go is a reimbursable cold meal. There are several choices, and just like the same meal like they have inside the cafeteria, or you still have the option to go inside as well. Grab the bag, take and eat it.
So they, even outside, I say outside, I'm assuming it's.
They're in the paper bags. At the high school, we have a red cart. It's like a tropical cart umbrella, so it's kind of cool. The elementaries have a site by the gates when the drop-off site. Arias is in the back towards the bus area because there's a lot of students with the construction. And tropical has theirs back in the pavilion. And it's already increased the participation.
It's been very successful.
So they have a choice also for breakfast, or
Yes.
it's, okay.
It's a pre-packed meal, so for example, they have a muffin, apple, and they have the choice if they want to get a milk or not. And they have 5 options. Elementaries have 5 options.
Yeah,
High school has
options.
about 5:
okay.
cereal, banana bread, muffin, benefit bar. I made little pictures for them. They're going to put them next to their food items, and the kids go, oh yeah, I want this today. Just grab it and go. And put their numbers in their tablet. We have tablets at each school site. Put their number in the tablet. And West Park, I believe, they ran out.
Yeah, we
Today,
were done, we had nothing left.
Our girls, we were putting out 105, all done. So she had to go back, and the first day I was running back and forth, getting more food for the grab and go. The kids like it. They're walking onto campus, grab a meal, eating in the cafeteria, and then go out to the playground instead of going into the main line.
in line.
So they still have the option to go inside and get a hot
Anything
meal.
to feed them.
Yes.
They can still get a hot meal if they want, but they like it.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And increased you guys from about 2,000 meals more than what you did last year with a 2.5% growth added in.
Oh.
So you guys are getting more money back, and you will see it significantly this month, because last month we also had 6 minimum days, and it was just bad. We were below budget on everything but breakfast. Killed breakfast. So
you know what's fun, Ben, when we as a board go to these conferences and we tell them, oh, we get free meals. The look on people's faces are like, what?
it's the only decision I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's one guy so bad. That's impossible. You guys are just pulling our leg.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good job. Service on behalf of Public Education in California and the schools of Kern County. Yes. And that's it for the superintendent.
Awesome, thank you. Always such a pleasant time. And food.
No, Mr. Roney, you can't tell Mr. Roney grab and go. It's just
Okay. I'll make a motion for consent items A through G.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Personnel.
Make a motion for all personnel.
All in favor?
Aye.
General, approve board policies as listed.
The policies were brought to us from the CSBA through our Cabinet agreement, and they have been vetted by the subcommittee on policies and recommended for approval by the board.
I'll make a motion to approve the policies.
Second.
Mr. Rhodes, all in favor?
Aye.
Student vote? Aye. Thank you, sir. And I guess
We're going to postpone the presentation for the unaudited actuals till the 9th.
to the 9th. Oh, okay. 9th or the 18th? Or the
9th.
In that case, I will motion to adjourn.
I'll second. Good job. Yeah, speak up. Send over the snoring, you guys.
It's the
Go ahead. Hi, I'm Andrea Andrews, Food Service Director for Southern Kern Unified School District.
Hello, Rosie Robles, Food Service Supervisor.
Hi, if you could just tell us a little bit about what your program does. What our program does is we like to give back to the community, so we provide free breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner to all of our students enrolled here at Southern Kern Unified.
And what kind of snacks, meals, shall I say, are you serving the kids?
For the snack meals, as far as the state goes, that is any of the 5 components. It could be any of the 5 components, like maybe a graham cracker and a juice, or a graham cracker, or fruit and it's just a bit, they vary.
And how? What are your goals?
Our goals are to make sure that we provide the nourishment to the students, because all of our students are enrolled in a nutrition program. So if they're in after-school program, if they have sports, to provide them snacks until dinner time.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. String cheese, it normally comes with a hard-boiled egg, 3 craisins, graham cracker, goldfish crackers also. This is called our protein pack for our students.
This right here is a larger version of the Greek salad that we provide to our elementary students. Here's a smaller version of it. It's got romaine lettuce, garbanzo beans, cucumbers, tomatoes, olives, Parmesan cheese. And this here is a sample of our avocado hummus wrap. Yummy.
That looks good.